Today's launch of Rex's jet services between Sydney and Melbourne represents the first time an independent airline has operated that route in nearly 15 years. I'd now like to invite Mr. Jeff Colbert, Chief Executive of Sydney Airport, to the microphone. Thanks, Jeff.
I'd also like to recognise the Rex Deputy Chairman, John Sharp, and also pay my respects.
Today I'm flying on the inaugural Rex flight between Sydney and Melbourne. This is their first 737 service between the two capital cities, and you join me while I'm boarding the plane. Thank you. Because I was flying in business class today, I had to go down the jet bridge, not across the apron, so I'm rather jealous of all of the passengers seated in row 16 and above. I did get a great view of the plane though, out this window here.
Hello again. One Delta this time.
Today I'm seated in 1A. As we enter the aircraft, some of you will notice that the cabin is still fitted with the old Virgin Australia seats and colour palette, as this was a previous Virgin Australia aircraft.
Time home today will be approximately 1 hour and 10 minutes, that is if you're going home. My name's Ebony and I'll be your cabin manager on board today's flight. Please ensure you've taken your assigned seat and your seatbelt is firmly fastened. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, or if you're seated in a row without any seat in front at all, please keep all of your carry-on items in the overhead lockers and keeping the floor area clear. If you require any assistance or there's anything that we can do to make the flight more...
And John Beach. Also with us today is cabin manager Ebony and her flight attendant team. On behalf of Rex Airlines and your crew today, a very warm country welcome aboard Rex Airlines inaugural domestic jet service from Sydney to Melbourne. The flight today from Sydney to Melbourne has a flight time of 1 hour and 6 minutes. This is an exciting day for Rex and an exciting day for the travelling public of Australia. Rex is Australia's largest and oldest independent regional airline.
After all the passengers had boarded the aircraft, it was time for the jet bridge to move away from the aircraft and for us to begin our pushback.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome back our frequent travellers. I know a couple of you were on the flight coming up, so welcome back as well. And also a warm welcome to those passengers travelling with Rex for the first time. Your flight attendants on board today, we've got Nanato up the front, Lucinda in the middle, Samantha at the back of the aircraft, and also assisting today we've got the lovely Mike and Ashley standing in the back galley. May we have your full attention as we demonstrate the safety features for this Boeing 737 aircraft. It is a requirement to follow crew instructions at all times, and please pause all electronic devices during this announcement. If emergency oxygen is required, you will need to remove any face mask before fitting the drop-down oxygen mask. Our flight attendants today will be demonstrating the safety demo without a mask on. However, as soon as the safety demonstration has been complete, our flight attendants will be putting their mask back on. Thank you very much for your attention.
In your seat pocket, you will find a cabin safety information card, which shows the brace position and other important information on what you should do in the unlikely event of an emergency. Please read this carefully before we take off. Your seatbelt should now be securely fastened low and tight around your hips. Fasten the seatbelt by placing the clasp into the metal buckle like this. To tighten, pull the strap outwards, and to release, lift the metal buckle. Your seatbelt must be securely fastened whenever you are seated, directed by your crew, and whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. For your comfort, the cabin will be pressurized during this flight. If oxygen is required, masks like these will drop automatically from the unit above your head. Immediately pull the mask firmly down towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and secure with the strap. Continue to breathe normally. Oxygen will flow through the mask even though the bag may not inflate. It is important to fit your own mask first before assisting others. Life jackets are located beside or underneath each seat. If required, you will need to retrieve the life jacket and remove it from its pouch. Slip the life jacket over your head and secure the strap around your waist by clicking the two ends together. To tighten, pull this strap. Once outside the aircraft, inflate your life jacket by pulling on the red toggles. For further inflation, blow into these mouthpieces. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. Infant and spare adult life jackets are also carried on board and will be distributed by crew if required. There are 8 emergency exits on this Boeing 737 aircraft that your crew will now point out. There are 2 doors at the front of the cabin, 4 exits over the wing, and 2 doors at the rear of the aircraft. Look around for your nearest exit, which may be located behind you. Emergency lighting, including escape path lighting, is located throughout the cabin and will help guide you to your nearest exit. Please observe the fasten seatbelt sign. When the seatbelt sign is illuminated, you must remain seated with your seatbelt fastened. This is a non-smoking flight. It is a federal offence to smoke on board this aircraft. This includes the use of electronic cigarettes. As an added precaution, smoke detectors and alarms have been fitted in the lavatories. In preparation for takeoff, please ensure all personal electronic devices have been switched to flight mode.
After the safety demonstration and being pushed back, it was then time to begin our taxi to runway 34 right. After takeoff, we then banked right before heading south down to Melbourne. And here you can see a view of Coogee and Bondi Beach with the Sydney CBD and Harbour Bridge in the distance. And our cruising altitude today was 38,000 feet.
The lavatory becomes vacant. May I remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Smoking, including the use of electronic cigarettes, is not permitted at any time. A friendly reminder that whenever...
Not long after takeoff, we were then given champagne, with business class passengers receiving it in glassware. And it was 11 AM, so really early for champagne. Business class passengers were also given this really nice nut mix.
We're winging our way from Sydney to Melbourne.
We also had Andrew Lund on board from Channel 9 Melbourne, so if you're a media guru like me, here's a little behind the scenes.
37 jet services between the nation's two largest cities this morning. And their tail. Despite that, the airlines announced further expansion plans with flights from Melbourne to Adelaide. Despite that, the airlines announced further expansion plans with flights from Melbourne to Adelaide and the Gold Coast and Sydney to the Gold Coast due to start at the end of the month.
Business class passengers received full meals on fully recyclable trays. There were two options today, and today I selected this caramelised onion and pumpkin tart. There was also a carrot cake and fresh fruit salad. And here's a little easy montage. I also chose to get a lovely rosé wine with my meal today. It was very nice. And of course I needed to get my champagne topped up. And shortly before our descent, we were given cupcakes made by a Sydney company called the Cupcake Factory. Not sponsored. thank you for joining me on the inaugural Rex flight between Sydney and Melbourne. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed the flight. It was a really great day, a great experience to have, and I was really lucky to be able to fly business class on this trip. Here's a great view of a plane I got after disembarking.
AV nerds everywhere.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe and share, and remember to turn on all notifications to be reminded of videos I release in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
I'll see you all later.